Hello, everyone. One of the biggest challenges in any classroom today is figuring out how to support a truly diverse group of learners. So, in this explainer, we're going to take a look at a professional tool that was built to do just that, the Visual Reading Platform. Here's a quick look at our roadmap. We'll start by talking about the challenge we all face in the classroom. Then, we'll introduce the Visual Reading Platform itself. We're going to peek inside at its content, see exactly who it's designed for, understand the educational goals behind it, and then we'll wrap up with the key takeaways for you. All right, so let's dive right in by acknowledging a reality that every single one of us deals with day in and day out. And this is really the big question, isn't it? How do we do it? You've got pupils with special educational needs right alongside those who are trying to navigate a whole new language and a new phonetic system. It feels like a constant puzzle, trying to provide instruction that is both equitable and effective for everyone. Okay, so with that very real challenge in mind, let's turn our attention to a solution that was purpose-built for exactly this kind of environment. So, what is Visual Reading? Well, at its core, it's a specialized software platform. But the key thing to know here is that it was developed all the way back in 2012, specifically for professional use in schools. This isn't just another app for parents, it's a real tool designed for educators like us. And what does it actually aim to achieve? Well, the whole platform is really focused on these four fundamental pillars of communication. It's not just about recognizing letters on a screen, it's about building those deep, foundational skills in reading, writing, actually speaking the words, and overall speech development. So that all sounds great, but how does the platform actually do all of this? Let's take a look inside at the content and see what you'd be working with. The first thing you'll notice is that this thing is comprehensive. Right out of the box, you get access to 172 prepared lessons. That gives you a really full curriculum to start with, right from day one. And all those lessons are organized into two main parts. On one side, you have the visual dictionary. This is fantastic for building that core vocabulary in a thematic way, connecting words to concepts in categories like home and garden or nature. Then, on the other side, you have the alphabetical part. This is where you get into the real nuts and bolts of literacy, a systematic approach covering everything from the alphabet and syllables to multisyllable words, verbs, and even numbers. Okay, so the content is obviously very robust, but let's get a little more specific. Which of our students are going to benefit the most from this kind of approach? Well, this table really breaks it down nicely. For our pupils with special needs, say those with Down syndrome or on the autism spectrum, the systematic, predictable lessons provide that structure they really need. For students from different language backgrounds, the foundational phonics and the clear visual aids can be a game changer. It even has applications beyond the classroom. It's used with adults recovering from a stroke, where its structured, progressive exercises are just crucial for relearning those fundamental communication skills. Now for what is arguably the most important piece of the puzzle for us as educators, the why. What's the educational theory? What's the pedagogical framework that holds all of these lessons and activities together? The entire platform is built on a very clear, scaffolded learning progression that will probably look pretty familiar. It starts with phonological awareness, just hearing and identifying the sounds. From there, it moves to connecting those sounds to letters, then blending them into syllables, and then into full words. And finally, it reinforces all that learning through writing and generalization exercises. It's a really solid, systematic path to literacy. Okay, let's pull all of that together now. If you're going to remember just a few things from our look at visual reading, here are the key points. So, to recap, first, visual reading is a professional tool built for the modern, diverse classroom. Second, it comes absolutely packed with content. We're talking 172 lessons and about 1,500 learning items in total. Third, it's specifically designed to support pupils with special needs and those facing language barriers. And finally, it's all built on a solid, step-by-step pedagogical foundation. So I'll just leave you with this final thought to take with you. When you think about the students in your classroom right now, with all their unique strengths and all their unique challenges, how might a tool that combines systematic instruction with really strong visual support, how might that transform your approach to teaching the fundamental skills of reading and writing?